The IMF is uniquely trained and highly motivated. Specialist without equal, immune to any countermeasures. But it is an agency of chaos. The time has come to dissolve the IMF. Now, I want you to choose your next words very carefully. Where is Hunt?
Last I heard, he was tracking the syndicate.
How come the CIA has never discovered any intel regarding this syndicate?
You want the polite answer or the truth?
We've never met before, right?
Follow me.
Benji,
Ethan, where are you?
the Syndicate is real. A rogue nation trained to do what we do.
An anti-IMF.
They're coming after us with everything they've got.
You ready?
This may very well be our last mission. Let's make it count.
So what's the play?
You want to bring down the syndicate? It's impossible.
How do you know we can trust her? Desperate times. Desperate measures.
Get your seatbelt on? You asking me that now?
Oh, hey boys, what did I miss? Ethan?
Benji! Open the door! Open the door! Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh my god!
The other door!
Oh, yeah. We are back with yet another Mega Impossible commentary series. And this week's going to be insane, guys, because I'm going to be filming them all. I'm going to be filming the Rogue Nation today. Tomorrow is going to be Fallout. And then Thursday night, we'll be doing Dead Reckoning. So I'm finishing it all out this week before Mission Impossible 8 comes out. The final reckoning. Is it the final? We shall see. But I am very excited. I know that this is, when I was inviting people on for the show, I was asking people what their favorites in the franchise were so I could get them on for those episodes. And I know when Kyle messaged me, he said that Rogue Nation was his favorite and that he would like to be a part of that one. So thank you for coming on, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Rogue Nation, like I said, Ghost Protocol set the bar high. This sets the bar even higher, and just amazing from the beginning to end. Even the opening, that end of the trailer, that is actually the opening of the movie. So, and then the one requirement though that Michael had me to do this watch party with him was if I was to do my own stunts, which I am doing. So.
Yes,
that was the requirement to do my own stunts. So there was no stuntman involved. I had to do my own stunts for this whole movie. So it's gonna be a lot of fun watching Rogue Nation because Rebecca Ferguson was just an awesome new addition to this.
Oh yeah,
and having Jeremy Renner, Vig Rames in there, and this is their debut of Alec Baldwin. So in this movie, so Rogue Nation is just amazing. There's even a stunt that's crazy with Simon Pegg, if I remember, that involves a car.
Oh yeah, we saw some of that in the trailer there, where he's like, "You telling me this now?" But Tom Cruise just manages to up the ante each movie. He climbs the Dubai Tower, which is still my favorite stunt, but that's extreme. That he climbs the Dubai Tower in Ghost Protocol, and here he's like, "Hey, how about I hang from the side of an airplane?" And it's just
open the door.
Wow, it is. Wow, it's literally in the air flying, and I was like, "Oh my god, he is a madman." That was insane. And then just more and more and more as the franchise just went along. He's a madman. It's so great. I find it funny. It's, you know, that Bloodlines comes out the same month as the new Mission Impossible, because it's like Tom Cruise basically wants a Final Destination moment for himself, because he just keeps on doing all these wild stunts. So, and yeah, both Kyle and I are doing our own stunts for this video. This is the real us coming on here to do it. No stunt doubles involved.
I always do my own stunts anyway.
Yeah, so. Oh yeah, same. That's always how it should be. So yeah, I know I'm really excited. This one is one I haven't revisited since, I think, since Dead Reckoning was coming out. So I'm definitely going to be interested in checking this one out again. I really loved it as well. It's going to be hard ranking this franchise when it all comes to an end, because I love them all. So for the most part, so yeah, I'm excited to dive into this one, and to say that like we're on the 5th movie and it's still this good is just, that is already in and of itself an accomplishment.
Considering at this point, any franchise, any film series at this point runs out of gas, runs out of ideas, but this, I think, one of the prime examples to keep it fresh and just up the ante with everything.
Oh yeah, so, and they absolutely do. So yeah, I'll be right. I'm watching it on Blu-ray, but of course it's streaming for anyone who wants to check it out on streaming. I'll count down from 5, and then once I say play, we'll hit play. Oh yeah, there we go. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. Perfect.
The Paramount Plus. Paramount.
Hey, but they are all streaming on Paramount Plus. There you go. If any of y'all want to watch along, they're streaming on Paramount Plus. So
I don't know why I said Paramount Plus. It's supposed to be just Paramount. But no, this is a top-notch one. Like everything from the production, action sequence, the performances, the stunts. Tom Cruise is a madman, and he's doing it to entertain us, to give us just quality entertainment movies. Skydance. Wow. I forgot about the Skydance produced this. But no, the opening I think is one of the best openings to a Mission Impossible film.
Agreed. Yeah, definitely one of the best openings I've seen to a Mission Impossible film. And there's the Bad Robot logo, which is, is produced by J.J. Abrams.
That's his production company, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just the little pan to this field of grass here, then one of those like ghillie suits coming up. Like, man.
Like I said,
fun.
You need you don't need that to blend in. You're the Invisible Wolfman, so you just stand there.
Oh, exactly. I actually came up with a slasher film I'm in the process of writing that involves a guy in it involves a guy in a ghillie suit like that, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, this movie has a badass poster, badass name.
Oh yeah,
Rogue Nation,
and some of the most badass action. Like once they're in the opera room and everything, that action set piece is so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm glad Jeremy Renner was able to be in this one. It's unfortunate he wasn't able to continue.
Right. But at that time, I think he was busy with Avengers and everything. So
yeah, he was busy with Avengers. And now, post his wreck, I mean, I know people would love to see him pop up in Final Reckoning, but I don't know. Unless it's a cameo, I know he's not working as much anymore post his wreck. He says he wants to spend more family time and do more stuff like that,
which is important.
Oh yeah,
nothing wrong with that. So he's probably earned enough, so he doesn't have to try to keep making a living. He's probably earned enough to do that, right? So.
Oh yeah. I mean, just from the Avengers movies alone, he has like millions upon millions of dollars.
Maybe not as much as Downey Jr., but still made a lot of money. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is a really good scene, and Simon Pegg is on top of his game. You know, Mission Impossible really shows his talent in these movies. So
Yeah. He does, and there's that Tom Cruise run as he was jumping onto the plane. We always have to have, I know, in a suit, like, geez, and those dress shoes, like that. That's like that would be like the epitome of a woman trying to run in high heels. It's like those running in dress shoes like that is not fun.
yeah, and it doesn't make any sense that now they're doing a stunt category now, whereas they should have been doing one along.
I know. It's sad that the year that we get a stunt category, we're not going to have a Mission Impossible film come out at that time.
Yeah, so
You know,
dumb.
It would have been perfect to do it this year because we have something like a John Wick spinoff coming this year as well.
Ballerina.
As well as a Mission Impossible film. Like that would have been perfect because those are the two big stunt franchises.
Yeah, and there's been amazing stunts over the years that deserve that reward. So,
Yeah. What I would love is for them to, at least before they present that category, I would love for them to have like a montage kind of like celebrating stunts. So they give us like a 3-minute tribute kind of montage video of just some of the best stunts that have been in.
For sure, and especially there's been amazing stunt chases. So,
Oh yeah.
they actually use actual cars. It's not CGI on film.
Oh, that would have to hurt. Flying in there and just hitting your
Ooh.
head on the metal. Oh gosh.
That's Tom Cruise for you.
But that was all real. Every bit of it. When he was hanging on the plane to then him flying in there and hitting.
I would wonder though how they actually did that, right?
Oh yeah.
Had him flying. That's genius because that could have just knocked you out.
Yeah. I believe they had him attached to a cord still and they like just yanked him in basically. Like, they pulled him into it.
Still, that is
and had
nuts.
Yeah. Which is insane. And that was like, that's one of my favorite, that's my second favorite transition in the franchise. Cause we have my first favorite transition was, when she lights it and goes protocol and it starts to do the opening intro. But then this one, it has my second favorite where he's like just there in the plane and falls off with the,
And this is a
all the other
badass intro.
this
for
is,
Mission Impossible.
they just get better and better, the intros as they go along.
For sure.
Yeah. Sean Harris, is a good bad guy in this.
He's one of the best villains, I think, of the franchise.
Yeah. It's like for me, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman, then it's him. That's how it kind of goes for me.
I agree. I think Alec Baldwin, they could have did more with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Instead of throwing in like he's the secretary here, they could have handled it better.
they could have, but now it's, I get it, like, especially because he's only in like this film, and he's in Fallout, so it's only,
I still love him in it. Just a little,
Yeah.
like just a tiny little bit. Otherwise, this movie is just a phenomenal.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Look at this record store.
Oh man, I would be geeking out so hard in there. I love
That
a good record
and-
shop.
So do I also like retro movies? So if I was in there, this is all movies from everything.
Oh, dude, there was an Alamo Draft House in North Carolina that I went to that it has an entire kind of video rental section where you can rent and take home some old like DVDs, VHSs, all this stuff, and then they even have in that rental area you can also get like vinyls and
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, I am geeking out so hard.
So I just realized, Wolfman, it's been a long time since I actually did a watch party with you. That's been a long time.
It has, yeah. I've had you on for a few reviews.
Which was
here
which was
recently.
yeah, it was early 2023, I think.
I think so.
We did the thing, I think it was.
Yeah, I think the thing was
It's a
maybe
long
our last one.
Because we did discussions, but not like watch parties or anything.
Yeah, so I think it was the thing was our last watch party because on both of our channels, because I don't think I've done a watch party on your channel in a while
No.
either. So
No.
yeah, it's been a while on both ends, but it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you
our
were right.
our longest stream we ever did was that ranking Halloween a Nightmare and
Yeah.
and Friday. That was a long stream for a discussion.
Zack Snyder got a hold of that stream and decided to release his own Snyder cut of the Kyle Chris Flats movies of Pop Culture 13 that night because it was because it was long for sure.
Yeah, for a discussion, it definitely was.
Oh yeah,
There's some really good cruise lines in here.
there are.
I don't know, for some reason, he just creates a little badass look for himself in these movies.
Yeah, this is like the perfect blend right here because a lot of these movies he'll go back and forth between short to long hair. You'll see it throughout the franchise. This one, it's like the perfect combination of both. It's like a mixture of long and short, which is nice.
It's funny how that happens, right?
Yeah. Oof. This poor girl. Dang.
She just got shot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And just the way, and then
He didn't even pull it away either.
He tricked this guy, and then just and then he's just looking at him with that look and walking off and putting the gun down. Jeez.
Yeah. You know, with Christopher making his debut in the Mission Impossible films, he did an amazing job. But he did about a couple movies before this, but
Yeah.
with Tom Cruise and then Jack Reacher, and then he written Top Gun Maverick. So.
And then didn't he? Was it him that did Edge of Tomorrow? I'm trying to remember.
I know he. Let me see that for a minute.
Yeah, because now I'm curious.
Edge of Tomorrow. That's a good movie. I wish it didn't flop, but
Yeah, because I always wanted a sequel, and there's still talks of there potentially being a sequel, but I think it's just too late at this point.
yeah, I don't know if Cruise really wants to do it now. So.
Yeah, if
If he does, I'll be shocked.
If there was going to be a sequel, then oh no, that was Doug Liman that did that one. Okay.
Yeah, he written the screenplay at least. He helped written it. Which you
Okay.
can tell though.
Nice. Yeah, you can definitely tell. So,
Well, Top
That
Gun
was-
Maverick though, I think this is his best screenplay.
oh yeah, Top Gun Maverick is an incredible film, and that's why I'm still excited for F1, that like Brad Pitt racing movie, but Joseph Kosinski did Top Gun Maverick. I was like, man, I don't know if it's going to be the same not having Christopher McQuarrie there to write the script, because
But what I've seen so far looks amazing though.
oh yeah, that's going to have to be my next 40X film, where it's like the chairs move around and all that stuff, because imagine the racing sequences during that.
Oh,
thing.
you're act like you're racing.
It's like you look like you're actually feel like you're actually racing.
Right. Even this scene with the dialogue is pretty good.
Oh yeah. And hey, it's kind of funny that he's having a kind of a political board meeting here, and at the exact same time that Alec Baldwin was playing Donald Trump, basically.
That's right. His Saturday Night Live skit is Trump.
Yeah.
We keep the right. Mission Impossible.
I like to call it Mission Implausible because they always solve it in the end.
I like this Wolf Nation that he's got going on. We all know this is the best movie of the franchise. It made the most money. The best people know it. Everybody knows it.
I know it, and I'm really smart.
I learned to do impressions of him because if you hear that guy talk every day now. So,
Oh yeah, basically.
even over
Yeah.
here you do. So
Yeah. And especially in America here, you constantly hear him talk every day. So I am.
and I knew how he talked for years even before he was president. So
Oh, yeah.
just learned how to do impression of Trump. It's like Christopher
Yeah.
Walken. Just got that voice because
Oh yeah, but even Christopher Walken's still hard for me. I've watched him so many times, but it's hard for me to get his.
You
voice
know, Mission Impossible. It's
That's
my
actually
favorite
pretty good.
movie. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Christopher Walken. I followed a lot of his movies over the years, so I never learned how to do that. De Niro's a little tough to do the actual look, but
Yeah.
Pacino you could do soul. Well, I can't do the actual voice, but you know how he says soul.
You got a big ass.
She's got a Yumi did a Heat watch party a long time ago. She's got a big ass.
Oh wait, Heat was our last watch along that we did, I think. Because I think we did Heat. I think we did Heat after
That thing.
the thing. So
That's
yeah.
right. That is right. It was during the day too.
Yeah, I remember that. So
But no, I
that
love
was
this movie.
one I've gotten kind of good at is I can do Paul Giamatti. All right, now let's all just control ourselves here, people. All right, we don't need to go out of control. Yeah, no. that's Paul Giamatti, and then Nicolas Cage. He talks a little bit like this, you know. It's like,
Well, especially now with all the movies he's been doing.
oh yeah.
Yeah, what's this? Like Joe Pesci.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't you ever tell me this is the wrong movie ever again, you motherfucker. You know, he yells at De Niro and
Oh yeah, De Niro's a tough one too. You know, he's Mission Impossible. Hey,
Oh,
it's it's really hard to do. him.
that expressions,
Oh yeah,
but people can do it. They've seen it.
oh yeah,
This is so.
yeah. This is our introduction to Rebecca Ferguson's part, and
which she became his throughout the whole movies, the rest of the movies. So
yeah, pretty much. It's
well, they have great chemistry.
They do. Yeah. It's really actually spoiler alert for Dead Reckoning. If y'all have not seen it, I'm about to talk about it. If y'all have not seen Dead Reckoning, then mute this part of the stream right now. But y'all have been warned. All right. So it was sad to see her go in Dead Reckoning. I think that was and so now you're gonna and he's not gonna have the girl he loves, by his side in the last one, everything. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see where that goes. Because
You had to remind me of that, did you?
yeah, that was really an emotional loss because you really get connected to her.
It wasn't. It was unexpected too.
Tunes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised there haven't been a Mission Impossible video game.
Yeah, because we've had like some John Wick games or so. They weren't really that good, I heard. But oh my god, that right there is a workout. Right, did
yeah, and trying to climb up that thing. Yeah, the pole.
Yeah, trying to climb up the pole backwards and everything. That's insane to me. So, yeah, I'm aware. I'm gonna be doing the next 3 all this week because I've just been behind trying to, losing my job. I've been trying to get other things done. So I'm gonna be doing Fallout tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be doing on Thursday. I'm gonna be doing Dead Reckoning. So I'll be finishing it off that day.
What were you doing as a job again when you were working?
I was working at Goodwill.
Okay.
But today I applied at Mission Thrift, which is another thrift store, and I sent in my application, and they told me that they would give me a call tomorrow to set up an interview. So
awesome. I hope that goes well for you. We're talking about Mission Impossible, and you said Mission Thrift, so you had to have the mission in the title.
I know, right?
I know it's called that, but it's just funny. We're watching Mission Impossible.
It is funny. So Dana told me that in Canada, there really is no, at least his part of Canada, there really is no Goodwill. It's just Mission Thrift.
Oh, there is a Goodwill in my city though. So because he's more south and more north, there is a Goodwill, but it's not run properly by people.
Yeah,
we do have we do have thrift stores here. So.
Nice. Well, one of these days, I plan on going up there when the Toronto International Film Festival happens and such. So,
Yeah. Well, me and Dan are in Alberta, so that's Ontario.
oh yeah,
What a badass shootout scene that was, him running, being shot at. Do these guys know how to aim at all?
I know, right? That they're almost like they're as bad as stormtroopers, you know.
Yeah, I get these guys survive, by the way. That'll be the end of it in the series, the shortest movie ever.
Yeah, but hey,
it's
even
pretty funny.
but even John Wick, you know, if this was a John Wick movie, then some of those shots would have landed, and he still would have kept on running and still would have kept on going. But you would have seen him bleeding and holding himself on his side and such while that happened.
To me,
Yeah.
I know they can easily write around his death, right? Because they didn't give us
Oh,
a
yeah.
definitive death. So, because the minute they just show him and he's like, like they could easily written around this. 'Cause they're going to make more because they want to make money, and now they're going to do it.
Oh yeah, and I think Ballerina is going to be an interesting test to see if those like spin-offs and such can actually work. You know, can make money. So, because there's several spin-offs I would love to see. I would love to see the spin-offs on like the blind guy that was played by Donnie Yen.
They do want to do that, by the way.
Yeah, because they set up something with his story. So at the in there, so I think that would be a great spin-off. I think a spin-off. Oh, he did get hit. Oh shoot, he's bleeding.
I don't got time to bleed.
I know, right? So you literally in his job, you don't have time. You just gotta go on to the next thing and the next thing.
For Caleb and Dan, I had to throw the Predator line in there. So
absolutely.
see, even with the dialogue, it's not that it's engaging. It's not
Oh, yeah.
boring. Like, oh my gosh, get the scene over with.
Yeah,
In some movies,
especially a lot of movies when they're like getting into the political talk of it all and everything, you're just like, oh.
but they keep
Okay.
it good here.
They do.
They don't
do.
go put it in your face or type whatever.
They do a really good job at keeping it well and such. But yeah.
So how's I didn't see your last of Us video, but how are you enjoying?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
right now.
so that's also going to be tomorrow's a big day because I'm going to be doing probably The Last of Us, and that's going to maybe be like an hour-long discussion, and then I'll be doing the Fallout commentary. So that's I think the newest episode, phenomenal, blew me away.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was so good. Maybe the best episode of the series so far for me.
Especially they had to do something because I know people are upset, but Yumi defend why.
Yeah,
But it was pretty cool episode, badass.
it was really,
Especially after
also emotional.
I don't know why they have to give Bella to say certain lines. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say the darn line.
Yeah,
But I'm just like, why? Have to get her to say that?
a
know what I mean?
lot of this movie is also just Tom Cruise saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
look at all these workouts I can do that y'all
Right.
can't do. Look at this. I bet you y'all can't do this this
Right.
thing." It's like,
So-
geez. Yeah,
But
also, I guess what I got to see on Monday.
what did you get to see?
I saw the new Filippo brothers film, Bring Her Back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch that
Definitely.
one since I like Talk to Me. Talk to Me was awesome.
Oh yeah, Talk to Me was really good, but this one's even better for me. I loved this one a lot. Might be my favorite movie I've seen this year so far.
But for your Last of Us, I think it got made. The last episode was amazing. So
Oh yeah, man, Ethan Hunt with a beard. That's totally a
well,
different kind of look there.
that was a look for Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
I would like to see after the Mission Impossible movies, I would love to see him play the more like a collateral type role again.
yeah. I want to see him go back to playing villains again. I think he did an excellent job playing a villain in Collateral. So
Even in playing roles like he did in Tropic Thunder.
oh yeah, for sure. Like he says that's his favorite role he ever did was Les Grossman. in Tropic Thunder. So I would love to see him.
He's not even doing anything. He's actually playing a game at the. That would be you though. You're playing some type of game and someone shows up, you just quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean that would totally be me. It's like me if at a job where it's like you're not allowed to be on your phone. Sometimes I'll be on my phone and I'm like looking around me like this are my peripherals and I'm texting someone and then it's like someone walks by, I'm just like I like shove it in my pocket real fast. I'm just like, hey, yeah, doing work here.
For you, it'd probably be The Last of Us you're playing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or either that or at this point, I just found out that the new Doom game, Dark Ages, is on Game Pass now. So I'm gonna have to download it and play that very soon because I loved the last two Doom games. So yeah,
it was a great return for the series.
It was.
I love 2016. I love Eternal. So
yeah, and this one was interesting because it's like it's like kind of mixing in guns with like Viking kind of stuff. So,
but if you were playing Last of Us at your work, Michael, knowing you probably ended up at the Abby sex scene, and then that's when you have to try to switch it.
Oh God, yeah. And then someone like looks at it in the peripheral eye, they see like a boob or something. It's out the peripheral eye. Like, what the fuck are you watching? And I'd be like, oh, nothing. I'm good. It's like that. It's like that little kid who's like, the dad comes in. He's like, "Are you winning, son?" And he's like, Dad, yeah."
You know what I mean? Catch you at the wrong moment. It's like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
But I can't believe YouTube stopped your stream still because of that scene. You know what I mean? It wasn't that graphic.
Yeah.
There's been more graphic scenes in video games. So.
And there's been more graphic videos literally posted to YouTube as well.
They showed real live nudity on YouTube with certain movies. So
yeah. And then that Blurred Lines music video that came out that one time is a stupid song. But that one like Blurred Lines music video, I literally there's an unrated version on YouTube that actually shows full nudity.
So and they have a problem with that.
And I was like, yeah, that's on YouTube. Yet you literally can't have my stream, which is digitized, animated stuff like that only lasts for maybe a minute or less.
And all really show was their faces.
Yeah.
Not really, the actual action.
Like if it does show anything, it's like maybe for a few seconds and that's it.
That's not really bad.
It's like, no, but it's like,
I get because she is a full woman. She is a woman, people. So.
Yeah. So
people, yeah.
Which is my issue with season 2 right now. Is I just feel like they made. I mean, Caitlin Deaver's performance is good, but I just feel like they've made Abby just too skinny. I feel like Caitlin Deaver maybe should have worked out.
Well, they should. She's because she's the right person for the role. They should have required her to buff up more.
Agreed.
And have that built that Abby has. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can't get it exact because of
but still had her work out a little bit more. Oh, it is huge,
but at least have it a little bit where you say, she's got some muscle on her,
And especially for fight scene, Ellie's got to earn that fight with her. So, Abby is tough as snakes.
And that's the thing is Abby's all like, I've been training 5 years for this. It's like, really, have you? Because in the show it doesn't look like you have. So
yeah, I know. It's just that there are continent errors going on.
But yeah,
other than that, the performance is amazing.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think her actual performance is really good. It's just her physique that they didn't get right.
But Dina's getting she's nailing Dina.
She is. She's been my favorite new addition to the show so far. Was her for sure.
And I know what I was saying earlier, Michael, was like, why are they giving Ellie certain lines when she never said this in the video game? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But I can look past it. It's just that.
Yeah, I mean, I know they are adding a lot of stuff that they weren't in the game.
No,
but some of their additions work really well. Then some of their additions,
some of the lines were good, but there's certain other lines you could have just changed it. If you're gonna add new lines in, why do you throw in this line?
Yeah.
Like just saying. I never watched Mission Impossible. Save this for another conversation. But
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll get you on for the finale episode, and then
Yeah.
I'll discuss the
then
actual.
we can really go full on
season
about it.
go on and talk about it. But yeah, right here.
Did you watch Until Dawn?
I did. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I didn't hate it, but I still was disappointed.
Because I know you're the one for not going fully on beat
Yeah.
by beat or video game, of course. But
Like for me, I thought. See, I didn't have a problem with the premise. That wasn't the issue for me. It was just, I think the way the execution of the premise was, and then
the best part that was
Yeah,
the
it's just-
combustion scene.
that was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Drinking water and
Oh yeah. Oh, there's the flute. The flute.
I liked how they handled
gun.
the doctor. I'm glad he wasn't just some guest tenant.
Oh yeah.
That they have
yeah.
for the whole thing. And it was a prequel. They showed the cabin and the one scene there at the end.
Yeah, and it still connects to the
To the game.
to the game because of the ending there. So,
I'm glad it was more a prequel. It was more like a remake. It was more like a connection to the game. which
oh
is
yeah,
good.
for sure.
But this could have been better in certain other parts. There was stuff I loved in there, Michael. There was stuff in there, but there was stuff that
Oh,
should
yeah.
have been better for certain stuff. But it was still fun and entertaining, at least. So it
Very.
wasn't like, oh, get me out of here.
Yeah, it wasn't like what I hear that like Hurry Up Tomorrow movie is with Jenna Ortega. I haven't watched that one yet, but
With her
I-
the weekend?
yeah, but I hear that one is like Legendary's level bad, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
I loved her in Death of the Unicorn. The performance was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really dumb choices by characters in that movie, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Will Porter, is this his name? He does some. I think he steals the show in that movie.
For sure. Oh, we're on the opera scene here, which is
Now,
one of the which
Are
is
you gonna
one
get
of
up
the
and do
coolest
some opera?
action set pieces. Oh, I am the Wolfman.
Oh, I had to
That's
get
my-
you going too.
That's my that's my
Oh.
opera music for the night right there.
I had to get you started. This is what happens when you get me and Michael together. Now what
All right.
happens. But we've been good friends for 4 years, so we have to have fun on here.
Oh yeah.
We started with 13 Ghosts. Ghosts.
Yeah, 13 Ghosts, way back in the day.
That is
20
way back, right? 2021.
2021, yeah. 2021. That was a long time ago. So and since then we've been doing a bunch of videos
Rankings.
together ever since. Yeah.
Yeah. There's still a lot of dresses you have to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this scene right here is
I love her dress too.
oh yeah. She looks beautiful, but she's not just eye candy, she's badass, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Best kind.
she's badass and beautiful. Yeah, this action sequences is just amazing because
It is
goes
so well
protocol with that climbing scene and
shot and choreographed, and the way that scope looks like one of the looks like the railing. That's kind of crazy.
yeah.
And then her flute gun, like that's such a interesting idea for a gun,
Right.
because you can sneak it in. You know, since it's a flute, you can make it seem like it's part of the orchestra.
Right. Like I said, I wasn't surprised that had been a Mission Impossible video game at all. It's-
Yeah, I think it would be really fun, especially doing like a campaign style game or something. I think
What's-
that would be.
Question: what's that movie on Netflix that Michael Bay did? Something Underground.
Oh yeah, 6 underground or something. I think it was.
So, the people did you read the behind the scenes who did the parkour scenes? 'Cause I know who they are.
No, who was it?
It was this group called these guys from the UK, and you can find them on YouTube. It's called Store. You ever heard of
Oh,
it?
okay.
STOROR that did the behind the scenes stunts. Michael Bay forgot to cut out the one guy when they're running across the roof. but because you can see it's him. But
Yeah.
they did the stunts for that parkour scene in the movie. That's them doing that
Wow.
for the actors. Of course, it's the actors on screen, but when they filmed it, it's them, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh man.
You probably heard of parkour stuff, right? You know what parkour is, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Parkour.
Yeah.
It's almost like stunt work and everything. So
Yeah. It's,
um
parkour. These
Yeah.
stores, parkour athletes, and they've created their own game that's on Steam.
nice.
So yeah, that's who I did. It's Ryan Reynolds is in the movie, right?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Not really a good movie, but I will say the stunt work.
Yeah,
not bad,
that's what I'm
so-
saying. I think the parkour is the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I'll have to send you this. I'll have to send you the YouTube view for behind the scenes of that scene, so you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about more.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'll definitely be intrigued in that. It's really cool.
Talking about stunts, though, Mission
And-
Impossible: Rogue Nation.
Yeah, and also I'm speaking of franchises and something I would like to see. So they did I don't know if you've seen it yet, but they have a documentary out called Wicked's Pain, and it's all
Yeah.
about like the John Wick franchise and what went into it and how it almost didn't happen and all this kind of stuff. So so it's a fascinating documentary, but I would love for them to, like, after Final Reckoning, I would love to see like a Mission Impossible documentary come out just to see like how he pulled off all the stunts, what inspired him to do this franchise and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be really
For
cool.
sure, that would be cool because this started off. I don't know the amazing where this series started and how it became.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of, saw the documentary episodes that you guys did, and I was a part of it as well too in the chat. I wasn't able to be there in person because of graduations, but it
What
was really
documentary episodes?
on Jordan's channel.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
that was fun. Yeah,
The documentary tournament. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I think what you I was thinking what you were talking about. Yeah, that's right. On Friday.
On Friday, yeah.
Fortunately, I know you didn't make it. I was looking forward to you being there. So
Yeah, I was. It was unfortunate too because I feel like I could have pitched some of my documentary choices really well to make people like vote for them or something like that. But
yeah, I did go for some of yours,
yeah, I did see that. So
but it was tough though because a lot we had really good ones. My gosh, I was like,
yeah,
oh, this one.
that was hard, and I was surprised. It's a really great one, but I was surprised the Queen of Versailles one. That was kind of crazy.
You never know a tournament. I didn't think I win a tournament fights.
Oh yeah, but I mean, hey, it's a great doc, so I ain't complaining. But
Yeah, that one
that's
eye
cool.
looking at Tom Cruise here. The one eye. The
yeah,
darkest eye.
using that flute gun there, which was
Flute gun.
kind of interesting. And then he's a big dude. Tom Cruise. I think Tom Cruise is. I forget how short he is, but I think he's not that tall. So it's kind of interesting to see this short man versus a super big, bulky kind of guy. Oh, that shot's nice. Her sticking her leg up and everything when she's about to snipe.
Yeah. Oh, the music is great in this. The opera music.
Oh yeah, the opera music is so fantastic. It's a really great kind of background thing to have alongside
Yeah,
the action going. Yeah,
pretty cool
like-
music choice.
a really interesting juxtaposition there.
Right. The things that Tom Cruise puts himself in, the fight on top of that thing, it's crazy. So
Oof.
actually,
Yeah,
the choreograph that to make sure it goes the way you want it, and nothing goes wrong. To do this fight scene, so there must be a lot of rehearsals, to get.
Oh,
this
yeah. Yeah, there's got to be a lot of like
takes.
takes that they have to do and rehearsals and practices and such. I was surprised when I watched the show Adolescence. It was a show that was shot, not just edited, but shot to look like one take.
Yeah.
And most of the episodes were done in only 2 takes. It was like only one episode that took them like the first episode took them like 20 something, but
Oh.
it took a yeah. Oh, she's like, how does this thing work? He's like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's a really cool gun though.
The build of gun out of
Yeah.
flute is just badass.
And then also now like the conflict there of like, well, who do I shoot at? I can only shoot at one, you know? So
It's like, who could I save? Because I can't shoot it at 2 times unless you're aiming at both of them with both hands, and then
yeah.
you have to do it right, of course.
Dang. Ah, that was a smart idea to make it where it's to where he shoots him in this part of the shoulder where you won't die from that, but you know, might get hurt a little bit, but you're not gonna die from that. And then
Right.
that way he
Watch
saves
out.
him.
Now you see he's aiming at her.
Yeah. And then now Benji gets involved.
Bang.
Trying to fight this guy. Simon Pegg is such a good addition to these movies.
Oh, like I said, you know, he was great in Shaun the Dead, right? And of course,
Oh yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine and Hot Fuzz. But this really shows, these movies really shows his craft, you know, I mean, as an actor.
Yeah, this actually shows some great dramatic range from him.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's known for his comedy and funny stuff, but this shows his
Oh, yeah.
dramatic. Just like Ron Williams with 1 Hour Photo. And
Oh,
his
yeah.
comedy,
But he at least still is also kind of the comic relief of the Mission Impossible films. Like,
Yeah.
he'll still throw in some nice little quips in there and some nice humor in there and such. But
Even
but
if
he
it could be
also
part of,
but he also has a lot of dramatic moments, especially at the end of this movie. You know which scene I'm referring to.
Oh, I
scene
know
was
what you mean.
intense. Oh yeah. Yeah.
so he was even in the Star Trek movies, that like the reboots.
Oh
here.
yeah, he was great in those. Police is how it says in the country they're in. Their jackets say police instead of police.
Yeah. Now he has a rope.
Good luck trying to keep up with him. He's gonna Tom Cruise run and then leave you in just a second.
Yeah, you thought James Bond does it stunts, but this, you know, Mission Impossible's like, hold my beer. I'll show
Oh
you.
yeah. I had a friend who told me an idea of like one way they could end it is by having they could do something where maybe this is the last of the Mission Impossible for Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, but then maybe they do something like announce that Ethan Hunt is like actually an alias, and like they can have different actors portray him each time, and so it's like a James Bond. It's like a tech version of James Bond.
Oh yeah,
I could see something like that happen.
for sure. It just matters if they will do that.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has a lot of say in these movies too.
That's gonna give you some massive rope burn.
Yeah, especially.
Mhm.
I already know what a rug burn feels like on the back, so I would imagine what a rope feels like.
Oh gosh. Uh-oh. They're too late.
I like how that car just the way it
Uh,
flew when it exploded,
Yeah, it's like almost like bounces or something. It's like
and then it still
wow.
lands on its feet. Its wheels, I mean.
Yeah. She tried to shoot me.
Yeah, he brings the comedic role to this.
Yeah. Oh. Well, aren't you a lucky son of a gun getting to search her like this?
Nice, awesome yellow dress she's wearing.
Oh yeah.
Did Tom and Christopher did that Mummy movie?
Oh, did they? Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a good question. I gotta look up who directed the Mummy.
'Cause, you know, that didn't go so well.
No, that was like if that's the case, that's the one collaboration that they did that was not so good.
But they made a comeback with the next Mission Impossibles after that. So
Oh yeah.
I just wonder if they did.
It was he may have wrote the screenplay. I'll have to look, but I know it was directed by someone named Alex Kurtzman.
Oh,
So it
okay.
wasn't
So he didn't
direct-
direct it.
so he didn't direct it, but I'll have to see if he.
But it felt like it did feel like a more Mission Impossible movie than a Mummy movie.
I know, right?
But in a bad way, though.
Yeah, because when you have a Mummy movie, you want something like the Brendan Fraser movies, which are fantastic.
Yeah, either you want that or the more classic Mummy. So
Yeah,
the third Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser, I did not like.
yeah. Christopher McQuarrie was a writer on it, so that's what it was. So that was not a good collaboration there when
Still
when he
wasn't.
wrote
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
that's best writing, that's for sure. But they learned from
No.
it. It got better from there.
I did. You gotta have a bad apple in order to have some good apples.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
can't always make it. It's hard to make always go. Oh, everything good.
Oh yeah, not everyone can be perfect. Even some of the best directors out there, like let's not forget Martin Scorsese did Boxcar Bertha. And let's not forget
Well, that was his very first movie too, and
yeah,
and you can thank Roger Corman for helping a lot of these people.
oh yeah,
That movie kind of got butchered.
it did.
It seems.
And then even
Not bad though, but it's not his
even
greatest.
even Tarantino, like Death Proof wasn't. I like Death Proof, but it wasn't like as well received.
I think if
as some people
Tarantino,
and such. So yeah,
I was like a slasher with a car, but if he could go on a full on horror film, gee,
oh yeah, that would
like
be
really
amazing.
full on. Whenever he's gonna do his 10th film, Quentin.
I know, right?
I'm already-
He was going to do it. What are you thinking about this idea of doing a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel that's written by Tarantino but directed by David Fincher?
When I heard that, I'm thinking, what?
At first, I thought it was an April Fool's joke, and
But they're actually
everything,
doing
because it was on April 1st, and then I saw another story come out about it, and I was like, "Wait, what? This is actually happening?"
Well, I think since David Fincher will be directing it and Tarantino's written it, I think Tarantino's going to make sure it's still good.
Yeah.
And I would like to see what more movie with Brad Pitt and what he's doing. So if they do it right, I think it'll be good. But at the same time, we'll have to see.
Yeah,
I was shocked when I heard that. Like, what?
I know, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I know that he at least got someone who's good to work with it on it. Like David Fincher is a really good director. So
Yeah, I'm only teasing
Yeah.
Quentin about his 10th film in a way.
Yeah.
Take your time with it. Make sure it's the right one, and it will be really good.
oh yeah, that's I would love to see like a horror movie or do like the best of both worlds, do like a Western themed horror film. So then it's like you get so you get the two best of Tarantino. You get a horror side of Tarantino, but then you get the Western side. He's also
I think
known
that's
for,
what he
so
should do.
it'll be kind of fun. Yeah.
It's really what he's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think he also put himself in a corner because I think he's even said it, and a lot of other people have said that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood feels like the conclusion of his films. It feels like, his magnum opus, like he's been leading up to. Yeah.
So I heard Anora is finally on Blu-ray, like that Criterion.
Yeah, Criterion. I will be picking that up. Well, actually,
I seen it. I haven't been able to pick it up yet, but once I do have money, I'm picking it up. So.
yeah, I don't have to pick it up because I forgot that Tristan lost the bet, and he was not betting on Anora to win. So because he lost the bet, I did bet on Honora to win. He has to buy me the Criterion of Honora. So
good.
yeah. So that should
It's
be
not
fun.
cheap either. I seen the price. So
Yeah, he told me, he's like, I'll be willing to do the bet as long as we can wait for the 50% off sale. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So in July, once the 50% off sale happens,
okay.
I'll be getting that.
Boy, did that movie really.
I'm so bummed. My Barnes and Noble here, I'm so ready to move. I hope they fix it soon, because apparently they say there was a recall on Criterion's.
Why?
And I don't know, but that was like months ago that they said that. And I went there recently, and there was still like maybe just a little bit on the top row, and then no other Criterions there. So I was like, so I'm really hoping that they fix up that before July comes, because that's when everyone's going to be buying them for the 50% off sale.
Yeah, no excuse since Sun Records got the Criterion. Mike over here anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that really went full on with that. That just went.
Oh yeah.
Just didn't hold back on anything.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying.
that.
So.
And I appreciate that. And she was definitely worthy of winning too.
A Ghostface wins the Academy Award. A person that was actually Ghostface.
I know. Wes Craven said he thinks that'll happen for Matthew Lillard.
Well, I think it will here soon because he's having a resurgence. So.
Oh yeah. And if he does a dramatic role, like he has a movie called Life of Chuck coming out soon, and which is like a more kind of dramatic role for him. So if he has stuff like that, I could see Matthew Lillard sneaking in there one day. Oh man, that was a cool takedown.
That's my Life of Chuck, huh?
Yeah, that's it's from Mike Flanagan. So that should be interesting. It's a drama movie from Mike Flanagan.
I think it'll be really good though. Mike Flanagan does amazing.
Oh yeah, he's always amazing.
He's doing Carrie. He's doing a new Exorcist film. I know Mike Flanagan will handle that properly. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. Speaking of Stephen King, I'm excited for the new Welcome to Derry TV series. That trailer just dropped today.
It was a really good trailer.
It was.
My thing, trying to make the prequel is its own special thing. Don't try to be like chapter 1 and 2 story. Is what I would say. Try to, because especially what's been told about the prequel is what he did in the past before the Loser Club, found him, right?
Yeah.
So they gotta make it really good. Don't try to copy anything that you did before, because the prequels, the series could be so rich. They could do so many stuff. Because Derry's a strange, weird, town in a way. Oh, and especially in the 62, you can really do something awesome with it. So I'm happy. I'm excited for it. Welcome to Derry. It looked really good. The trailer was really good. So
yeah, I am too.
And that Bill Skarsgård that's coming back to be the Pennywise.
Yeah, I heard about that. That gets me excited.
Beep beep, Michael. No, I'm just kidding.
That was probably terrifying for her, because it looks like he was just about to shoot her, and he ends up shooting the guy behind her.
Yeah.
God, that'd be.
But I always loved Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Yeah, Tim Curry as Pennywise is more kind of nostalgic, while
they're both great in their own way, because they're both different, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård was more kind of your scary kind,
Yeah, but the thing about Tim, he used his talent to take such a simple makeup and make it look scary and creepy.
Oh yeah,
it's his performance. We'll all float. We all float down here.
and the way he was able to droop his eye and everything, do that whole like eye thing, that was always so
really good, George. Really good indeed. Yeah, I can do impressions of him. I know very well.
That's really good. Man, those are some cool looking mofos with those sunglasses on.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, Michael. I have been watching while we've been talking, so I haven't missed anything.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, and now you get to see Rebecca Ferguson in a bikini. Yes, please.
Darn rights. We'd be drinking every time she was in a bikini.
I know, right?
By the end of this.
Anytime that she like does any kind of pose or anything, it'd be like,
I
oh,
wonder if they paid a homage to Bond with that, because you remember how they had some women come out of the water with bikini? I wonder if they did that.
oh yeah, it probably is like a sort of a homage to James Bond.
It's just the way she walked
Yeah.
out of that. Ooh.
Yeah, because it's James Bond's always been like the suave kind of guy who attracts the ladies like that. So yeah, that probably is the case. Oh, here's my man Luther. He's back.
He's back.
My it was kind of unfortunate that he was filming Piranha 3D around the time that Ghost Protocol was being shot, so he only was able to show up at the end of Ghost Protocol.
He was badass in Piranha though. The first Piranha 3D, not Double D.
Yeah.
The 3D was awesome from 2010.
Yeah,
That was an amazing remake. So
agreed. Yeah, that was actually a really great remake. I even like it more than the original. So
yeah, I think it's even better than the original. But the original was great, but I think it disproved on it.
Yeah, it's one of those rare
examples. It's what Hills Have Eyes remake did. So.
Yeah, and it's one of those very rare like horror movies. It was back in the trend when a bunch of horror movies were doing like 3D. Like
That's 15 years ago.
The Final Destination movies did 3D. You had My Bloody Valentine 3D and such, but like the best one of the bunch was Piranha 3D, which was
not Double D.
No, that one was bad. That one was really bad. It's kind of funny how
I did like Daniel Baker in it, but it's
kind of funny how the Piranha movies went the same route. Like the first Piranha, the original Piranha was pretty solid, and then the sequel to the original Piranha was not so good. And then
except I think James Cameron, the one James Cameron tried to do, which he got fired for.
Yeah,
flying piranhas, like
it was like, oh my gosh,
that's still pretty bad. Double D is pretty bad, but that sequel,
yeah,
they're both pretty bad in their own right, but
pretty bad as well.
Since I'm talking to you like I'm De Niro from Goodfellas, you just insult them just a little bit. Okay. Before they beat up Frank Vincent's character.
Oh yeah.
That's it, Henry. Joke. You really are a funny Wolfman, are you? Huh?
What is it? You think I'm funny? Like I amuse you?
You make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. Tell me how am I funny? I almost had him. What did he say? What did he say? Remember last week I told him something about that made him laugh before he jumped on him? What was it? Was it the C word?
Oh yeah.
It's hard to understand him in that scene.
I'd have to rewatch it again. But yeah.
I remember last week I told him about something about his whatever. So
yeah.
It almost sounds like
and then it goes into that kind of scary scene, which I know is improvised because that scared Ray Liotta. He didn't know what to do after that.
His laugh or his facial expression.
Oh yeah.
This scene's pretty good right here.
Yeah, where they're trying to figure out the whole plan of that he's about to do, which we'll get when we get to that stunt. It's pretty crazy. Apparently, he actually learned to hold his breath underwater for like 6 minutes or something. So
the way the time, I should be able to finish this before I have to go, so it should be fine. Hopefully.
Oh yeah. What time is your movie at?
I have to leave at 9:50 because it's at 10, right? So
yeah, 9:50. And
right
so
now it's only 10:56. So
we should be done by that time because it's 9:56 for me here right now. So
yeah.
And it's what time for you?
Right now it's 7:56.
7:56. Yeah. So you should be good because we are we're pretty much an hour in. So yeah.
And half of that is credits anyway. I gotta remember that.
Yeah. So we got like another hour of this movie left. So
this Take 9 is perfect because it's best mission yet. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I love how it does this, how it goes through the plans they did this in Ghost Protocol as well. How it goes through the plans right before they
Actually, do it.
actually do it and everything. Like what could happen. Like he went through there,
What
got
could go
caught,
wrong?
and then pulled the mask off of him and such. Like I thought that was really clever here. So
Such a good scene, just the three of them talking
oh yeah.
and planning.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go use the restroom real quick, but I'll be right back.
I'm taking over.
Sounds good.
So hope everyone's doing well on Mega Movies. Just watching Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I like the scene right now, they're just planning it right now. See so many scenarios and everything. Pretty cool. Like this is definitely one of my favorite scenes. Just them planning the whole thing. It's really good dialogue. Like I think Rogue Nation really action packed and everything. It keeps you engaged. It's not boring at all. It's definitely what you want. What do you want from a Mission Impossible film? So that's very cool. That was a really good line from Tom Cruise here. So even Simon Pegg here is pretty good. This really shows what capable actor he really is. Everything. I like this banter between Simon and Tom here. So hope everyone in the chat's doing well tonight. Yeah, it's been a amazing day because I just on my channel on Flight News Public 13, I just reached 800, so I'm at 802, so it's a huge accomplishment. So it's pretty good. Big Rames, I like his character in this movie. Just outstanding. It's one of his best roles. Glad he got to have a bigger role in this. I know he did have a cameo at the end of Ghost Protocol, but in Rogue Nation, he gets to shine. I think they all shine in this movie. Like I said, one of the best villains in this movie, Rogue Nation. That's pretty cool. I like the way this scene's lit, everything. It's a stacked cast, especially for a Mission Impossible film. Really stacked. Rebecca Ferguson makes an awesome debut in this movie. Her chemistry with Tom Cruise is phenomenal. That's a cool shot right there of the whole city, everything. Now they're flying through the air. This stunt is
all right. I am back. Yeah, this stunt is insane. Is insane. They parachute down to there.
I'll just tell your audience what I've been thinking about this movie and everything. So
nice.
And this stunt is crazy. Them flying through the air and that whole shot of the town, the city. I mean, so
oh yeah,
amazing.
And I've been skydiving before, but I was with a person strapped to me, so it wasn't.
Yeah, not like that.
Nearly as intense. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would want to. You would probably try that. I know you're a crazy wolf man.
Probably. That's really cool. That device can just kind of break the glass smooth like that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was awesome how they pulled that off.
Yeah, I always love the tech that they use in these films. It is a lot like a, kind of like it has that James Bond feel, but it's like a tech kind of James Bond.
It did its own thing. I don't know why. I don't know why the Fast Furious thought they could try to be more techy with their stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think Fast 5 is the strongest, and I think there's some really good stuff in 6, and 7 was a cool movie. It's just after that when they're going to space and everything. Why?
Exactly.
I wish sometimes they're saying the last one was going back to the more racing, so hopefully they can go bring it back to its roots for the final film. Would be cool. That would be great.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's what they're saying about the about the latest film coming out?
Yeah, there's supposed to be because the Fast X Part 2 is supposed to be the final film. So
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, to me, it should have ended with 7.
yeah,
think
I
7
agree. It was a perfect ending, but
7 was they drove off into the sunset together, and it's just the best.
made them more money, and then I knew it was going to be the last. So
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I do love a lot of these Fast Furious movies. It's why the space scene was not needed.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever die in this movies? How'd you die?
Good point.
But don't get me wrong, I grew up on the Fast Furious, Michael. I love the original film for 24 years ago. Like Too Fast Furious is a lot of fun. Tokyo Drift was pretty cool. But when they came back for 4, that was pretty badass. Paul Walker, Vin Diesel back for 4.
Yeah.
And 5 really set the bar high for a Fast Furious film. Bring in The Rock, which he was a good addition. That's one of my better roles for The Rock, of course. Him and Diesel fighting. So 6 wasn't bad. And 7 was a awesome tribute to Paul since they had to change it up. He passed, right?
Yeah, it was an awesome tribute and farewell to him. And yeah, this stunt is
This stunt's
insane.
pretty cool.
He learned to hold his breath underwater for like 6 minutes for this stunt.
So, did you ever hear about the deepest swimming pool in Dubai? You can actually walk in this swim underwater.
No, it's how deep is it? Did I say?
It's very deep.
Oh man,
you can even play pool underwater. So I have to show you the video because Will Smith tried it out. Of all things, of all celebrities. So
interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
It'd be cool to try because they give you the swimming suit and everything, so you can be underwater and be fine, right? Oxygen, everything.
Sure.
But you still be like, a little cautious, like, oh.
Oof. And that current, the way the water's moving, just makes it even more.
This could have went wrong if we didn't do this, right?
Yeah.
But such an awesome, badass sequence.
It is.
Despite some of my stuff, I'm glad that the Abyss finally got a new edition, Michael.
So
people can watch it. So people can watch it because there was never really an actual way to find it. The Blu-ray was out print, so finally we got at least a newer version for it, so people can see it. Despite a lot of the transfer movies,
yeah,
it's the most beautiful out of the 4Ks that came from James Cameron. I will say that, at least. Despite some of my problems with the other ones, that looks amazing, and they find people could see Abyss because I think it's a well-deserved, beautiful film to be watched.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it was a hard time for a long time for people to watch the Abyss. So.
Yeah, for the longest time, and then the 4K itself for something like, I know James Cameron. Usually he doesn't actually do well with his 4K transfers. A lot of people complain like the T2 4K transfer is bad. It's horrible. It's so awful. I want you to work on another one better, James Cameron. But he did a really good job with the Abyss 4K. I thought that
it's the strongest out of the bunch. For me, it's the strongest out of his 4Ks. And that movie, I know we're talking about Mission Impossible, but that movie behind the scenes did not go well for people because Ed Harris actually punched Cameron on set.
Oh,
it's because of the water scenes, and you can breathe and certain things, and
yeah,
it was quite the shoot. Oh, this is insane.
Yeah, this whole sequence just revs up even more. Just absolutely insane.
The scene made me feel like the Abyss because you're filming underwater, right? So that's why it made me think of that. Because, my gosh, doing water scenes in movies like after real water scenes, crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine it's exhausting after a lot of days shooting, doing water scenes. This Simon Pegg scene. Just trying to walk all normal without giving anything away. Why does Simon Pegg look different in the scene? It looks like he was skinnier before he was more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, Simon Pegg does look a little skinnier. Oh, that was close. He almost got hit by it. Yeah, and then the scene just keeps going, and you can see him running out of breath here towards the end.
So, folks, Michael says that if I did do my own stunts for this series, he was going to make me do this until I'm 90. You get the joke, right? Where I'm referencing.
Oh yeah.
But Deadpool said they're going to make you do this until you're 90.
and he should have made a joke about Tom Cruise as well. So like, man, Tom Cruise, he's just going to keep on doing those action movies till he's 90 or something like that.
Yeah. Transfer. That's insane. This scene is insane, but beautiful, well shot. Whoa, she even looks beautiful in this scene. No offense. You know what I mean? She looks beautiful in this scene. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I just seen what I saw, so never mind. You had your moment when she was in her bikini. I had my moment when seeing her this way. So.
Oh yeah, taking off that shirt, put on her bathing suit. There's a lot of times too that she has, wet hair, and I got a thing for wet hair. I don't know what it is.
Cool yourself down over there. See, people don't realize how long we've been friends now, and we got no filter.
Oh yeah, we can just go at it and say anything to each other.
Yeah,
basically.
We have fun on the channel. If you can't have fun, why would you bother even doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
Because Michael has said some crazy things even on my channel during a celebration stream, which I could have stopped him, but I didn't realize where he was going to go with that.
Oh yeah. Oh there. I like that shot right there.
Yeah.
Where she takes off her bathing suit to get changed, and you see a little bit of side boob.
Simon Pegg's line here. What is the one? Wolfman, I wish for Scream 7 they kept the surprises a surprise, but I'm so excited, but I just wish.
Yeah, I think that there's a reason why they're doing all that. I think because they're gonna do like a new Nightmare kind of deal, where it's gonna be like everyone's playing themselves and they're filming a Scream movie, and then stuff happens on the set.
Either way, it's pretty still cool though. I'm like, this is like Scream's Endgame moment kind of feel,
Basically, yeah. It's unfortunate Patrick Swayze left, or not Patrick Swayze, Patrick.
What the heck are you talking about?
No, Patrick Dempsey. That's what I was
okay, yeah.
Trying to say Patrick Dempsey. I said Patrick Swayze.
You confused me for a second. I was like, what does he have to do with Scream?
Patrick Dempsey. Sad that he left, but at least you still get some other great returns in there.
Right. I'm like, I've seen all those Scream movies. Since when was Swayze in there?
I know.
Oh, that's funny.
This motorcycle scene is badass and so well shot here.
That'll just be like you telling me that you said that there was a scene in this movie that happens, and I go watch it. Like, what the, Michael? You said there was a scene in here. What the heck are you talking? You said this scene was supposed to be this.
It's,
I'm only kidding.
what are you even talking about?
Oh, this is one of my favorite car stunts.
Yeah, one of this car scene.
They're showing the trailer when I was working the theater.
So
at the time.
insane.
Maybe. Well, this was 2015. No, I wasn't at the theater. I was already done working the theater. But I remember seeing the trailer though. For this.
Yeah.
On the TV, the car flipping. And then even though her riding the bike. Is it her?
Yeah. That's what makes the scene brilliant. It's in between. You get like already it's so amazing to see him riding the bike or her riding the bike, but then him riding the car and just the back and forth of it, you know,
And
then like how they're chasing down the bikes, and then eventually he gets on the bike, and then it's just one thing after another. It doesn't after the water scene, it just doesn't let up. It just keeps on.
It just keeps
going.
We were talking about this when I was reviewing with Ryan Cam, aka Jacob Cameron. He saying that once you get the bike, it was this scene after the other, and that's what they do here. One scene after the other. It just never stops.
Oh, yeah. Just absolutely no. It just doesn't stop at all.
And for them to drive the cars down that stairs like that, it's just crazy. Where are they supposed to go? They picked quite the town to try driving.
Yeah.
All these smaller roads, these cut corners, it's like, but they always choose the right location for these movies to get their action sequence perfect.
They do.
One of the best chase sequences in a Mission Impossible film.
Hands down.
So you must have been exhausted last night since you watched Return of the King.
Yeah, I am.
It's a long watching a movie, right? But it's an awesome movie, of course. But
yeah, I'm
still, your body's still.
I'm still exhausted from that commentary to do this commentary, but I'm still in it.
You probably like that Darren Collins make me watch Rogue Nation after the Return of the King.
I know, right? But yeah, this scene is so good. It keeps amping up, and how they're driving backwards now. It's just like, geez.
And they're doing the stunt flying backwards.
That's insane.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh, see, that's the only nitpick I have with this. The only nitpick I have with this movie is that scene, because that scene, you absolutely, if not dead, you would have some broken bones. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna come out in one piece the way you look.
You gotta remember.
Oh yeah.
You gotta remember, this is a movie logic here, so I gotta let her just believe.
Yeah.
In real life, yes, they would be dead.
It's like how, you know, a lot of people like are saying that about the newest one, saying how the action, it gets very ridiculous and over the top, and I was like, well, that's the thing, is it's always had kind of some of these.
Mission Impossible. It's called Mission Impossible for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's a movie. They're gonna do crazy stuff. Let your imagination run wild with it. Have fun with it. It's entertainment. Exactly. It's not like, oh, well, they can't be doing that, you know. That's just not realistic. What the fuck? Enjoy the movie. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh yeah.
I get what you're saying. Not you. I'm just saying towards other people. But yeah, originally they would have at least broken bones, at least going that way. But it's a badass stunt. It's just holy. Now they're in the desert. I forgot about this part. They're in the middle of nowhere.
They really are. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
They're just in the middle of nowhere, but there's other drivers on the other side of them, and it's just kind of intense because you don't want to hit those drivers, and so they have to drive in between trucks here. Like, and all of this is all real stunts that Tom Cruise did. So this is insane.
Oh, that was almost like a video game sequence. You see
Yeah.
from this first person's perspective going through the trucks.
Which makes me again think that, you know, doing a mission like this in a Mission Impossible game would be so fun, driving like a motorcycle and such.
Can you imagine doing that in VR?
Oh my god,
I
that would
mean,
be insane. Imagine like a VR game of like Mission Impossible.
you actually feel like you're in the game. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a Five Nights at Freddy's VR, and people got scared of it because, you know, the jump scares, Freddy jumping at you, and all the other people that do jump at you. So,
Oh
That's-
yeah.
you know, it's funny. You know, Nicolas Cage only did Willy's Wonderland, which is basically Five Nights at Freddy's before Five Nights at Freddy's movies came out.
True.
And no really dialogue, but still be badass. They're there in there with him. They're not in there with them. They're in there with him. They're like, oh, we need to get the fuck out of here. That's almost like James Woods in Scary Movie 2, Michael. Fuck this.
Oh yeah, it's scary movie too. I
Look
love
at this.
that one.
Look at this. Just because she twists her head, right? Fuck this.
Fuck.
I'm excited for Scary Movie 6. Are you? Because I am, because the Wayne brothers are back involved. So hopefully they can really still
Oh yeah.
be Wayne
Yeah.
brothers. But that, oh my god, that's a badass role right there.
That is, man, he has been through it all. He just went and had a huge car wreck, and now he had a huge motorcycle wreck, and poor vehicles too. Like, you know, the motorcycle, you know, is now messed up, and then the car was messed up. It's like, dang, it hurts just as bad seeing these hot rod vehicles get messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Almost to the final act.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're these movies just fly by, man.
It may be 2 hours, but they're fast paced.
Oh yeah.
I can
Yeah,
only
they-
see
they
it
don't
only
do
makes
it at
sense
all.
if it fits the story, right? If you're gonna make a 2 hour or 3 hour film, it has to fit the story. Otherwise, it's pointless.
Exactly.
It has to add to the story. It has to do justice to the story. So, because I've seen some movies, I'm like, why is this 3 hours? This does not do anything justice to the movie or the story or whatever you're trying to do. What is it? This is pointless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just drags on. But when we did Terrifier 2, it went past quick. So even though there was a scene that did go a little long, and you interviewed her, so
I did. That was great. And I might have another horror interview coming up soon for a much smaller film, but it's pretty fun that, you know, I got another horror interview coming up.
Josh Hartnett's sure having quite the career resurgence, huh?
Yeah, he has a
With
new
Fight
he
and
had
Flight.
Fight and Flight, and then he had Trap,
Trap, yeah.
just recently. So
He-
I'm glad to see him making a comeback as
But for a
well.
long time, I wasn't seeing what he was doing, and he just came out of nowhere, back out from the dead again, and started doing stuff again.
When I was talking to Casey Hartnett, I was kind of like geeking out to her about her brother. I was like, hey, I'm a huge fan of your brother as an actor. But like, that was before we started the interview.
Yeah,
But
of
yeah.
course, I know you didn't do it in the stream, of course.
yeah. But yeah, it was so cool to get to at least talk to a
Casey Hartnett.
to a Hartnett, you know.
Yeah, and she did an amazing job in Terrifier 2 to go through that scene. So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
She
I was
did
when I was watching at the other day at the theater, I was like, "Is that Josh Hartnett? He's been doing amazing stuff because he looks so different now, right?"
Oh
But,
yeah.
but I'm like, it's amazing. It's glad to see him doing good stuff again.
You know, with as many times as they say Syndicate, I'm surprised they didn't call this one Rogue Syndicate. They called it like
See, you could have did a drinking game for this. Just the main times
know.
they say syndicate.
Jeez.
You and Austin would have been just
Yeah, Austin though tries to have a rule of like you can't go like over 2 hours because
Right.
already it's so bad to do drinking it, which we might be doing one Saturday for the Final Destination. I gotta see if we're still doing that, but yeah. So
I can imagine. I can already picture what you're drinking to.
oh god.
I seen that movie and what you might be going for. So
Yeah.
I already
Yeah.
have.
It's a rough one for sure.
That's the fourth one, right? Or the fifth?
Yeah, that's the fourth one.
Fourth one, yeah, that's the most people's not favorites. I haven't heard anything anybody who likes it. There probably is, but I haven't heard it from this community.
Me neither.
This is a good scene too. This dialogue right here.
Yeah. This is some great dialogue here.
Even this tagline in the back of this Blu-ray says "Better than born, better than born." I remember when the Bourne series was on fire at the time. Which was the third film, that trailer, the badass music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So good. The trailers for these films, the Mission Impossible films, they also use pretty badass music. I know in Fallout they use that "Can't Fight the Friction" from
All that stuff.
Imagine Dragons, and yeah, there's some pretty cool ones.
What's it called again? Can't Fight what?
"Can't Fight the Friction" from Imagine Dragons.
Oh,
So,
that's right. Yeah, I heard of
yeah.
that song. It's a badass song. Fiction or friction?
I think Friction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, he does change here in this movie again.
It does.
Even Vic Grimes shines in this movie.
Oh yeah, Ving Rhames. He's
Rhymes,
my
Vic Grimes. I mean, what am I saying?
yeah, he's my favorite character in any of these films. I think he's kind of the moral compass for Ethan Hunt, you know, because Ethan Hunt sometimes will snap, and Luther's there to kind of calm him down and tell him what's right.
Right. He was in Pulp Fiction.
I know, he was great in Pulp Fiction. So good. And then around this time too, Jeremy Renner tried doing another Bourne film, but that was didn't do as well.
Especially with the cast it had, especially with having Edward Norton in there, it could have been great.
Oh yeah, it should have been.
But that's why they had to bring Matt Damon back with them, but they had one after the fact.
Yeah, I don't think the issue for me, the issue wasn't really that that Jeremy Renner was in it instead of Matt Damon. I think it was just the writing. It was just not there.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't have a problem with them switching. It was just
Yeah.
the execution, the writing was bad. It could have been
It
great.
was.
He had the talent and everything. Just the writing.
For sure.
For a quick second, Rebecca looked like Carla Giolino there for a second. That scene,
A little bit.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just that face expression for a quick second.
I can see that.
This is a well lit scene, just talking here in the cemetery, or the graveyard. Well, I guess it's the same thing, right? Cemetery graveyard. What's what am I saying?
Yeah.
That'd just be like saying you're a janitor and I'm a maintenance man. Same darn thing. I'm a custodian.
Hey, I've been a custodian before, so I know that's like.
That'd just be like saying the left Twix is different than the white Twix. It's the same thing, just different names. Cemetery, graveyard. It's the same darn thing.
Yeah, and that's what makes this guy scary. Is he thinks he's actually what he's doing is this what makes him such a scary villain. Is he thinks what he's doing is right. You know, he says how he's about to bring change and everything, and it's like, but he kills a bunch of innocent people.
Well, no,
and
no
it's
face expression either here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why he became one of the best villains of the series. The
Yeah,
top three.
And he does stay in the series for quite a bit too. So
They thought,
which is
oh,
nice.
we can do a couple movies with him. So we could do a few more, right? So
yeah, throw him in. And I know he doesn't become like the main villain and like
No.
Fallout and a few other stuff, but he's still in there, which is
yeah,
pretty cool. And
but like this is a
Yeah.
good character. Let's have him here for a little while.
yeah,
Not like just, oh, let's just kill him off. Let's get him out of here. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Make it like almost like a
blending in with the crowd.
yeah. Another cool shot scene.
That is cool.
Oh yeah, we're almost there now.
They have you surrounded.
We're completely surrounded. We're completely fucked. I'm just kidding. You know where I'm referencing that? So
Oh,
that was
I've heard of it.
that's Cody Black Ops Call of the Dead zombie mode.
Oh, yep, I remember. Yeah,
We're surrounded. We're completely fucked.
Uh,
So I'm not even that far on my watch hours now, Michael. I'm at 2,800. So you need 3,000. So
oh wow, jeez.
it's been blowing up. I'm amazed it's been blowing up now. So I've been doing my thing, and then it's just paid off.
Nice.
I just been keep doing what I'm doing, not focusing on numbers, just show my passion for everything. And
No. Hey, that's good. I know I need to majorly try to work on getting my watch hours put up there and everything because that's the one thing right now is I have enough subscribers
it's not monetized.
to get monetized. I just have to get the watch hours up to get monetized, and that's the pain because sometimes if you don't reach them within a certain amount of time, then they'll start to drop down. So it's like you really have to.
And the algorithm is crazy on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The algorithm
It changes
doesn't make it any better on YouTube because the algorithm is just insane.
and the algorithm needs to learn to,
Oh yeah.
it changes all the time.
It does. It's insane.
Even just to be an extra in these movies be cool.
That would be cool. Because then I know if I was the extra in this movie, I would be just sitting there geeking out because I'd say, "Oh my god, look, that's Tom Cruise right there
Right over
at
there.
a table where I'm at," and it would be hard for me to keep focused because I would say, "Oh my god, there's Tom Cruise, there's Simon Pegg, there's the whole gang."
Even especially with Rebecca right across from you, like
Oh yeah, especially the people who are walking close,
you're like
who are like right up to them. It's like, man,
you'd be trying to look at them. Why did you?
I definitely would. Oh yeah.
For me as a moviegoer, you probably make sure I see you in the background. It's me, Kyle. It's me.
For sure.
So I found out where at the old where at the old hospital where the Joe killing Abby's dad scene film was filmed. It was filmed on the unused floor of that hospital. So
Oh wow,
amazing.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that over here. This hospital was used for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I still say to this day, Joe could have just punched him. Or didn't need to shoot him.
Yeah.
He suffered the consequences. Which we need to say, we need to do a view on that eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In June, I want to do I'll get you back on for it, but have maybe me, you, and Tristan, since all three of us are fans of it, and do a defense of The Last of Us.
Does he defend
part
it
two.
too? Does he?
Yeah, he loves the part 2 of the game, and Ross loves part 2 as well. So a lot of people I know love part 2, but then there's a few people I've talked to who are not fans of it. So
yeah.
it's kind of interesting, and it's interesting to see the show go the same route, because the show is this season is extremely divisive amongst fans right now, and it's kind of the same way.
I knew people were going to be shocked because not everyone played the game, so they were expecting him to survive and then Abby to come in and just kill him.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, I knew it was going to have the same reaction.
But they set it up. They did a good job trying to make it not as shocking, though, because they set it up early, by giving you the opening scene of how Joel killed a bunch of people in the hospital and all that kind of stuff.
So they can know why they're after them.
Yeah.
Where in Last of Us Part 2, she goes through all the snow by herself, fights the zombies, has to, crawl under that thing, and Joe pulls her in. And Tommy, and then she helps them, and then helps them. They go to that house they're at, and then out of nowhere she shoots him. Shotgun.
Oh yeah, that's where the big shock comes in there.
What you don't see ever in the game is where one of them goes like this to Abby and hands her the shotgun. It's like,
yeah,
you don't see that part.
Yeah,
that's why she gives them the signal. Go for it. And then,
oof. And then the one girl holding down Ellie, and then they don't knock her out this time, so they did switch it up a bit. So
I think they wanted to see what Bella can do, right? Since she is playing Ellie. So it is what it is.
I do think that despite him not having enough to do, I still think that Alec Baldwin was a good addition to this franchise.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I think he is. He brings class to it too,
for sure.
But like I said, I do like. Despite what I said, I still think for Last of Us, Bella is still doing a good job for now. Since for some of the scenes, like performance wise.
Oh yeah, especially this past episode.
They really showed what she could really do as Ellie in her role, right? So
this episode made me a fan of her as Ellie. I was like,
okay, really, there we go.
I was because it had some of the, in some of the other flashbacks, it's her spunky personality. Then you get her angry Ellie side. And
I was like, she really found
her
Ellie. So
yeah,
so I was glad. I was like, yeah.
So now I'm like a big fan of hers.
I was a fan of her when she was in Game of Thrones. I was like, okay, she's a good actress.
Oh yeah. In Game of Thrones, she was really great. And same with Pedro Pascal. And then they were just like, let's get them both in a movie together again, just because, they were both great in Game of Thrones.
And they found their chemistry once again in The Last of Us. So.
They did.
Yeah, Ellie and Dina, throws in these jokes that you really have to understand. Their type of humor is pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
But if you get the jokes, it's pretty funny. But it's dry humor a little bit, but it's pretty funny. So, but even Abby, in spite of Abby being serious a lot of times, she still has her quite the humor as well. If you
For
play
sure.
the game, of course, you understand it. But Simon Pegg here can be serious, but still bring in his type of humor.
You can, yeah. Right here is where he's showing like his serious side and everything.
Yeah,
as
serious.
this villain is confronting him.
Really good emotion here to be serious.
Really. And then this bad guy has like a more kind of southern or subtle, not southern, subtle kind of persona to him, So
Yeah. So that's why I kind of
like
brought up
that.
the Last of Us type humor to talk about what we're talking about here. So,
Yeah.
who thought Alec was married to Kim one point? Kim Basinger at one point. So,
Kim Basinger. Oh, man.
Basinger.
Oh, and
Yeah.
here this is a great this British Prime Minister here. He's played by the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which one?
The one that was
Wasn't he
like Lord Beckett, I think was his name or something.
really? It was Lord
um,
Beckett. Lord
yeah.
Beckett.
Lord Beckett.
I not even go with that.
Because I think it was he was
He
in
You gone mad. If I wasn't, then
yeah, that one. The one that's like, you've gone mad. That one.
if that wasn't
Yeah.
it, this would not worked. Can we all agree the Pirates of the
Yeah,
Caribbean had the one?
Cutler Beckett. Yeah. He was
Yeah,
really good.
it's pretty cool. Can we all agree that Pirates of the Caribbean 2 had one of the best cliffhangers with Barbosa? That's how you set up a sequel.
Yeah, that was a great ending because everyone thought he died, and it was just like, whoa, what? How is he
One of
still
the
alive?
best kept secrets.
That was because no one even knew it.
It was before pre-social media.
Because if that movie was being made today, it would have been spoiled or would have been announced that he was showing up in there. But
Yeah.
they do a really good job to not spoil it. So
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
you set up a sequel, my friends.
absolutely.
So tell me, what's the come of my ship? He does his laugh with the monkey on his shoulder.
Oh yes.
This scene's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
This is where Alec Baldwin really shines in the character in this movie. I think, anyway.
I agree.
He's great in all his scenes, but this is where he really shines.
Oh yeah.
Even with this dialogue scenes like this, it doesn't stop.
Oh no. It just keeps on being so engaging, and all of this could have come across boring if it was any other kind of director and franchise, and they do a really good job here with like the masks and everything
Right.
during the scene. It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, we're almost towards the end. Look at that. I forget how quick this movie goes.
It's so fast. I can't believe it. It's like,
Doesn't feel like we've been seeing it for 2 hours.
no.
But we've been just engaging, having a good time, talking not only about the movie, but other things. We've just been having a good time. So.
Yeah.
But this movie is so good though. So I've never been
Yeah.
bored at all watching this.
And and that actor was also in season 2 of The White Lotus, which
That's
still
right.
which is still my
Dude.
favorite season.
You know what's my favorite season in Fargo? Is Fargo season 2.
As far
That's
as it's,
season-
yeah,
Even that's saying something because Fargo season 1 is amazing, but season 2 is just
and then season 5 is a nice return to form.
yeah. 'Cause 3 and 4 were kind of you
Yeah.
know
Yeah. But seasons 1, 2, and
5.
5 are excellent.
Yeah, and that's why I'm happy to see what he's going to do with because it's the same showrunner Noah doing
Yeah.
Alien series. So
Oh, Alien Earth. Oh yeah, I'll be there, hands down, like, day one.
even Predator Badlands looks pretty interesting. So
Yeah, we got Predator Badlands, and then we have 3 things. We got Alien Earth this year. We got Predator Badlands, and then that Predator Killer of Killers. So
it's the animation one, right?
yeah, which is great. It's that samurai one.
Wasn't that a cool surprise? You thought him taking off the mask, and it's actually him, Ethan.
Yeah, I always love that about these Mission Impossible.
I forgot
movies,
about
the
that. That was
mask
I forgot that about that him transitioning. That was a nice surprise.
That was, yeah. And so yeah, him and
You see,
Jeremy Renner
really,
tricked him.
you really made it look like it was the actual actor there. That was just
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell. I forgot about that scene. Wow.
And then now here is the actual actor. So then they're just like, oh, and this whole big thing's about to go down now because the real guy is about to walk into his own office, so they got to do this all fast.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You got a very warm hand. It's like,
Jeepers.
uh,
Oh gosh.
uh,
Oh, and the thing what comes after this, with you're watching Fallout tomorrow. Fallout is just
Fallout's my favorite. For me personally, I think that one's like the highest peak that they've reached. But
that's one of the
It's-
best action films ever made.
oh yeah, it's so good. And then, but you know, all of these recent ones, from Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, to Fallout, to Dead Reckoning, like all those are some of the best action films.
And for Brad Bird, like I said, to come off
Oh,
just
yeah.
doing more animation to really show that's the people that really surprise you. I think you do not expect they'll do amazing. And do
Yeah.
what they do with Ghost Protocol, and especially come with that climbing thing. It's just insane that Cruise even did that. Because that's
True.
they really climbed that.
Man, for him to see now, it's like walk in there and like see all these people in there and just get shot with a tranquilizer. It's like, okay. He's like probably like, what is going on? And the thing is too is what I love about these movies is that they are complex and they force you to pay attention because of how complex they are, but they also are not too complex to the point of you can't really understand it. You know,
Yeah,
you can
that's
understand.
why.
You can understand it all, but it's all so sophisticated and smart.
That's why I've been able to talk to you while still watch this because I'm still watching. I haven't missed anything,
Oh yeah,
and I can still talk to you. So
yeah,
it's not like we gotta stay quiet for the whole thing and just watch it.
oh yeah, yeah. No, they do a really good job at
You're not pulling a card. Shut up, Kyle.
yeah. So they
Watch the movie.
they find a really great way to balance it all out.
You bring me onto a watch party and you tell me to shush. That's like silencing Deadpool in Origins. You're not gonna get me to shut up, Michael. No, I'm just kidding.
See, like right here, he just kind of wants to rush in there
Right.
and get him back. But then Luther's the one that tosses him down and says, if you do that, then he'll be dead in minutes, and that could cause a huge terrorist attack
Right.
and all that. So he has to be the one to like calm Ethan Hunt down a lot.
For sure. Silencing Deadpool is like silencing you. Because that'd be weird, you not talking.
Yeah, that would be very strange.
This is
It's
Wolf
like-
Nation about the all, you know?
I could just see it being weird to put me in the edit of X-Men Origins, and it's like me with my mouth sewn shut.
And I'll be like Wolverine, I'll be like, Wolfman. They got you to shut up, huh? I'll be like, this is pretty bad.
Yeah. And then it's just like,
And then you as the Wolfman will be like Deadpool changing the timeline. You come in and you shoot your old self.
I know, shoot my the self that has my mouth
Yeah.
sewn shut.
Come fixing the
Deadpool.
timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Fix this now. I'm Wolfman Michael.
Did you hear about the director of Deadpool 2, how he wants to do a Gears of War movie?
That could be interesting done, right?
Yeah.
Don't butcher that though.
David Leitch, he wants to do that. So
That may not be a PlayStation thing, but all I'm saying, don't butcher that because I know what would be happening if you butchered the Gears of Wars.
I mean, it's still a great franchise, even though it's a Microsoft thing. It's still
Yeah.
a great franchise.
I'm just saying,
People love it, yeah.
even though I'm PlayStation, I've still got to say, don't butcher that because I know that's a beloved series over there. So
For sure.
that's like doing a Halo movie and mess it up.
Yeah, this is such an anxiety-inducing scene because you see he only has 3 minutes and 40 something seconds until the entire bomb explodes, and
Yeah.
his best friend Benji
It may be
his
it may
bombs
be-
wrapped around him. Yeah,
it may be anxiety, but me said at one point we're gonna do uncut gems, and that's gonna be anxiety.
Oof, yeah.
We will do it,
That-
folks.
that-
We will do it, folks.
Oh yeah, we will definitely down the road. Maybe whenever the Smashing Machine comes out, because since that's a Safdie film,
Yeah,
around that time we can also do.
and they like to do that type of
Gems.
movies. 'Cause they did that with Robert Patterson in a movie prior to Uncut Gems, and that movie's
Yeah,
Sorry.
Good Time. That's still my favorite of their films. But the Smashing Machine trailer was insane. I think Dwayne Johnson looks unrecognizable.
Yeah.
That was just like,
it's about time they start doing roles like that.
wow. Yeah. I mean, he could be the first wrestler now nominated for an Academy Award.
Now is this the way I hear right? He's supposed to be doing something with Scorsese? Is that true?
Yeah, he's going to be the lead in Martin Scorsese's next film. So that's going
It's
to
supposed to
be
be like a crime
kind of interesting.
mafia, but
He's going to be playing like a mob boss, which is going to be definitely different. I wonder if they're going to do like a makeup look on him too, because when I look at Dwayne Johnson, I don't think mob boss. I think more
I
like
know.
I think more like security guard kind of guy or something, not mob boss. So I think I'm going to assume they're going to put like a lot of makeup on for him in that movie as well, and make him look different to look like a
this show is talent, right?
mafia leader. Oh yeah.
I never
And
thought I would see him doing a movie with Scorsese. Now that's very
that's insane. And now he's about to be having this huge comeback because he's working with the Safdie brother and he's doing a movie with Scorsese. So it's just kind of crazy.
because they were, despite what the Safdie brothers were able to bring Sandler into his acting chops again since Reign Over Me, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Reign Over Me, which was excellent. And Sandler is rumored to potentially be nominated this year for a Noah Baumbach film that's coming to Netflix.
Really?
It's called Jay Kelly. It's going to be at the end of the year, and apparently, people who've like test screened it said that it's like Sandler's career best performance. And so
They said that since he started doing that movie. What's that? Hoffman.
oh yeah, Punch Drunk Love.
Not Punch Drunk Love, but the other one. It starts with an M.
Oh,
It's him and Hoffman. There's something story. It's on Netflix.
oh yeah, the Meyerowitz stories. Yeah,
My
that was
story.
it. Yeah,
They've been saying that since.
I I had the wrong Hoffman. I had Philip Seymour Hoffman, not Dustin.
Oh, I was like, well,
That's
he was
always
long
fun.
gone, so we're thinking about that.
Yeah.
I wish he didn't pass away. That was gone too soon.
Oh yeah.
He was on top of his game when he passed.
He was, and he was one of the best actors of all time. And then
He could have
Now-
played the Penguin.
and now, yeah, he could have played the Penguin, but now his son is getting into acting, and his son's
Yeah.
doing really good. You know, his son was in Saturday Night, Licorice Pizza. He's going to be in that movie, The Long Walk, coming out. So yeah,
That's good.
So- so I'm happy his son's having a really good career.
Even Jack Nicholson's son is having a
Oof.
good resurgence.
That was close. It, of course, stops at 1 second, just like Mission Impossible.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
That was crazy. That's Mission Impossible top notch stuff going on there.
oh yeah.
But Ray Nicholson though is having that research is a good career right now. The Smile 2, Borderline,
He is, yeah.
really showing what he could do. It reminds you of some of the stuff what his dad was doing younger. So
Yeah, no, he's having a one hell of a resurgence right now too. So yeah, great.
you know what's the
Really
one
bad.
line in The Shining?
I mean,
that's-
of course, he's not like his
No,
dad yet.
no, he's gonna be his-
But it's, yeah,
No, you don't have to be his own. You can't be his dad, of course. but
that's the only thing about being a nepo baby in Hollywood is being
they expect
compared.
you.
Is you? It's inevitable to be compared to that other person. Like you know, Jack Quaid is great and he's having a resurgence right now. He's having a great year, but it's inevitable, you know, for him to be compared to his father, Dennis Quaid, and you know,
and his mom, right?
yeah. So, and it's like the same way with like Maya Hawke and you know other people like that. So
It just Dennis Quaid had an amazing role that was supposed to be Ray Liotta for The Substance. So
yeah, I was kind of a comeback for him. And then even though his TV series wasn't super great, I think that his performance in that show Happy Face he just did was like really good.
I'm glad that actors like Demi Moore and Hugh Grant are starting to do these type of roles. You know, it's just amazing
Oh, yeah.
to show you that horror is a big thing.
Oh yeah, horror is just doing a return trying to the new Final Destination killed it at the box office. That's
Oh yeah,
absolutely doing so good.
for independent films like Terrifier and now Final Destination and big franchise bigger doing
Oh, yeah.
success, it's just amazing.
Yeah, like I know even when Talk to Me came out, that made like 90 million at the box office, something like that. So it did really good for a small film like
Last
that.
year was a top notch. So once July came along,
Oh yeah, for sure. And
Now
right
you
now,
realize-
we're having a great year for horror too. We have Sinners, and then I Just Saw Bring Her Back, which is
and people even enjoyed Hard Eyes.
Excellent.
You know, so
yeah, Hard Eyes, which
it was
was
like a
really good.
rom-com slasher, which was nice to see another Valentine's movie.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, Sinners was amazing. That's my favorite of the year so far.
yeah. That one was great. That one's like a.
But Bloodlines is
Really
was
close
cool
second.
too, so.
And then I just watched The Ugly Stepsister on Shudder, which is like a Norwegian take on like the Cinderella. It's
Yeah,
it's
I know what you mean.
it's a body horror one, and that was amazing.
I don't know why the title "Clown in the Cornfield" made me laugh. That title, just hearing that, just made me laugh.
Yeah, that one was so dramatic. I still got to see that one. I'm planning on see that one.
I
this
enjoyed
week,
it.
so,
It was entertaining.
yeah.
I just
I heard
want more.
that's what I heard. I heard it's not great or anything, but I heard it's an entertaining time. Like just fun.
And the trailer doesn't spoil anything. What happens in the final act?
Oh,
Very
that's good.
cool. So,
Yeah. I love this whole chase sequence. here.
ooh, just speared him, just tackled him through the window there.
That was so cool. I love. Oh man, and that was like double. That was double because he breaks him through it and then he breaks him out of it. And
I was
it's
expecting them to fly out of there.
insane. Yeah, I was
The
like,
editing for this is just genius.
the editing is top notch in this movie. Every sequence matters, and it's all just so well
Why did
put together.
that house behind him look like the actress's house for a second with the light? That
I know, right?
Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
and
bad.
don't you haven't you heard, man? Don't go into the light. You're about to go into the light.
That's right. Don't go into the light. I remember when I know what you're referencing, but I remember when Winter Soldier came out and people were just quoting Hail Hydra
Oh yeah,
because Robert Redford. It is Robert Redford that
yeah.
whispers it into the one guy's ear, or whoever says it. I remember everybody quoting that. Winter Soldier
Yeah.
is definitely the strongest Captain America movie. So this knife scene right here is pretty cool.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like really good. Whoever choreographed this is just
Yeah, they did so good.
It's been a while since I've seen Roller Nation, so it's nice that you invited me to watch this again. So for me.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we were able to do this too. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I absolutely love them. Look at the cinematography. That shot of them fighting as the light is beaming in there. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good lighting. And it's been a while since Yumi did a watch party, so it's been fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I said, no more waiting too long until we do stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, we'll definitely not wait. I'll probably have you on for the finale of The Last of Us when
Sounds
we do that, and then that way we can just talk about like the whole season basically.
And then we can really go full on what I thought about it.
Yeah.
Oh, he just threw himself in the window again.
Oh, that slide he had to do. That was really epic. Him sliding on
down that hole
on the ground like that. Yeah.
It's a really good final act, I tell you. It's a really good final act.
Oh yeah.
I got you, Ethan. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're at the very end now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think even the score, the music throughout this movie is amazing.
Oh yeah, the score is great. I forgot to see who did the composition for this one because they all have like different composers. So you had like Hans Zimmer did the second one. Yeah, else did that?
I forgot they got captured into that square glass thing.
Yeah, they trap him in just like how he did, just like what he did with Ethan Hunt at the beginning. He did the same thing to Ethan.
Yeah.
And so now it's like
karma's a bitch, huh? Taste your own medicine.
Exactly.
You know what's one movie I would love to do watch party down the road on my channel with you is the original Jumanji. If you're ever up for
Oh, interesting. Joe Kramer. So they got someone who's a little bit lesser known to do the composition this time. So
yeah. Would you be up doing the original Jumanji at one point?
Oh yeah, the original Jumanji would be fantastic. Doesn't it have an anniversary this year?
What year did it come out?
I thought it came out in 95. Let me look that up.
Yes, it's going this year's 32 years for it.
Wow. So yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, Joe Johnson. He directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then of course the third Jurassic Park and that Wolfman in 2010, which is amazing.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like he didn't do good films. I think he directed the original Jumanji is still the best. So,
oh yeah,
Robin Williams, those monkeys stealing a police car with a shotgun. He drives off. Put monkeys in a Mission Impossible film? No, I'm just kidding. The monkeys flying everywhere. Ethan, you know you're chasing
that would
monkeys.
be, it would be like a Wizard of Oz and Mission Impossible crossover.
Can you imagine you could hear Simon Pegg? Ethan, you know you're chasing monkeys. Or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Crazy thinking all side of the world, the police cars are different, right? And they sometimes drive on this. If you're in the UK, they drive on the right side. So.
True.
Like this went quick after a while, Michael, for a 2-hour film.
Oh yeah, it just flew by, which is why I'm not concerned at all about the new one
No.
being 2 hours and 51 minutes. Because if it has the same kind of editing
Energy
style
and
energy,
engaging.
then then
Yeah, I'm never bothered about a long film as long as it does it justice. If it's a movie that's just like, why is this 3 hours?
oh yeah,
But this
like
is
like the Wolf of Wall Street. It's like the fastest 3 hours I've ever experienced.
oh,
Yeah.
and I was still working at the theater when that was in movies, so I could see parts of it. As
Oh,
going
yeah.
in.
You just walked in on the Margot Robbie sex scenes.
Well, that too. I
Yeah.
did. I walked in when she had that scene. So I walked in when they had the, the party in their office, and all those
Oh, yeah.
strippers and other women come in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
there's a lot of nudity in that movie. That Scorsese just said
there
that.
is. There is. It's a great
And
movie.
there's a scene where Joel and Hale actually got punched. So that's not a fake punch in them seeing it. He actually got punched.
It's funny. This main guy here actually looks like RFK, which is kind of ironic.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. I told you it might be that guy. I told you there's this one. We don't know. This is the best rated Mission Impossible film ever made. It's because some people's voices are just hilarious to do impressions of.
So I can neither confirm.
You know,
nor-
I agree with you. This movie's good. I told you this is understanding this. No, I better not.
and then it ends with them recruiting Alec Baldwin to the IMF. There you go. So
Oh, that's an awesome transition to the
That
cred
is
with
so
the
cool.
with the match with the it's gonna explode.
yeah,
That is awesome.
so cool, and the way it, like, wraps around some of the characters and everything. Like, it's so cool. The way they do the
That
credits
is
there.
awesome. Jesus, the
Yeah.
longest match ever before it explodes.
I know, right? That's going to be the world's biggest bomb by the time it actually gets to it.
Well, this movie did not bomb. It was
no, this
awesome.
movie did not
Oh,
bomb. This movie was awesome, so badass. The action's top notch.
It proved what
Another blast. So
Ghost Protocol set the bar, and then they just went from there. Like it got
Oh, yeah.
better and better as it went. This is a series that's got better and better as it went on.
for sure,
It's just
Yeah,
like
this-
John Wick series.
yeah, this series just kept on getting better.
It
and
started
better.
off, you're more standard. Movie,
We
but
had
as
our
it-
we had our weak link, which was 2, but then
that was
past
wasn't that
2, it was
wasn't that
yeah.
John Woo, which is a shame.
yeah, that was John Woo, but then you get
If he could,
them after that.
if he could have the same energy of what he did for Face Off or Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah,
He
but
probably did.
but even then,
There's still some
like-
cool stuff. in
like
there.
it's not like a atrocious or a terrible.
no,
movie
it's not
by
like
any means,
oh,
you know. So to be able to say that you have a franchise with 8 films in there and one of them is just kind of okay,
Yeah.
that is
it still has
a
its moments. that are
great
very cool.
reputation. You know,
Yeah,
to be able to say just one's okay and then the
and
rest
that,
are.
probably is some people's favorites too. So
Oh yeah, no, I know someone who likes the second one even more than the third one and stuff. And
yeah, I'm never gonna be like, "What
Yeah.
you like that movie?" No, I always
Yeah.
respect people's opinions.
It's
here.
the only
That's okay.
time it would become questionable is if someone had Halloween Resurrection above every other Halloween film.
Or they say, "Oh, this is better than the original." No,
No,
if
no,
you enjoy Resurrection, that's one thing. But say it's better than the original. That's
yeah, that's like,
no.
come on now.
Or even Rob Zombie's Halloween over the original. I don't put that over the original either. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like those movies. I don't
Yeah,
want to put over the original though.
Yeah,
Do I want to be crucified in the Halloween? fans?
you're allowed to put the Rob Zombie films and Resurrection above any other films in the franchise,
Not the
but
original.
but not the original. Yeah, it's just like, but I remember seeing a wild that's like that once where it was like Resurrection was like their favorite, then their second favorite was like Halloween 5 and all this. It was like wild. I was like, what the heck? I was like, jeez. I was like, okay, to each their own, you know.
Chris Mars Mask Part 5. Everybody knows it. The best people know it.
Absolutely. But yeah, that is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Holds up still. I believe this film also, it's kind of crazy to think about, but it's turning 10 years old this year because it came out in 2015. You know,
10 years old.
Yeah, because and Ghost Protocol was turning 15 years old. How time
Holy
flies, which is
crap.
insane.
And that's
Yeah.
the same year that Piranha remake came out, the 3D, the one I like. Oh, the two.
Yeah, and that one, so that's turning 15 years
Insidious
old, so.
is 10 years old. Not
Oh,
10 years old, 15
God.
years old. The same year as well.
Jeez.
It's just like 13 years since Vera and Patrick signed on to do The Conjuring and the journey they had.
That's insane. That's
Shrek is 24 years old this year, you know?
oh my God.
I just remember like yesterday I was a kid watching it.
It's like, yeah, there's so many anniversaries that are happening. That's just, I made my mom feel old the other, not too long ago by telling her Back to the Future turned 40 years old. And it was just like,
and look at Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yeah.
It was released after 25 years after the original.
yeah, which is like perfect timing. But
So
man, it's like, yeah, the original turns 25. So gosh, it's like,
The Exorcist is already over
years.
50. So
yeah,
nuts.
oh yeah, for sure. But it's like, man, there's so many good movies having anniversaries this year. It's kind of insane. Like I think the original Toy Story has an anniversary. It's 30 years old this year because it came out in 95.
You are a toy, a
Which
child's
is, but
plaything.
that blows me away though, because I grew up with Toy Story, so I'm just
Mr.
like,
Misfit.
oh my God.
The original Toy Story changed the game for animation. It was groundbreaking.
Dead.
It put Pixar on the map.
Oh yeah, so good.
And
And
Shrek-
even though the animation you can definitely tell is dated in the original,
it still holds. I still love it. I still love it.
it still is like, oh yeah, I still love it, and it's still broke.
You are a
new ground,
sad, strange
for
woman.
sure.
I just saying lines here. Or
For sure.
Mrs. Nisbet.
Absolutely. But yeah, guys, that was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. And your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to subscribe to this channel for a bunch of great content, more Mission Impossible coverage leading up to the release of Final Reckoning, and some more Last of Us coverage and all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe, and then your other mission is subscribe to Flex Movie Culture, Pop Culture 13 is down in the description box below, so you guys can just click on it there and subscribe to this channel. He does some great stuff, guys. Let them know what you have coming up on the channel.
Yeah, and I just passed 800 today. I'm at 802, so on my way to 900. Well, on the road to 1,000. But I do, like I said, I just dropped my reaction video to the Welcome to Derry trailer that I just dropped today. So then tomorrow, my Final Destination Bloodlines video drops tomorrow. Then I got three huge interviews coming up. I won't say them here, but I'll tell you them off screen because they're huge. And then me and Analyzing Horror Lore will be ranking all Mike Flanagan stuff, his TV series and movies in one huge ranking.
That's perfect because it's about to come out, the new Mike Flanagan film. So
yeah, and that's huge because I love all this stuff. So it's gonna be hard for certain stuff to where I'm gonna put them, but I do know where a couple is gonna be high up there. But and then on the 28th, me and Our Life in Horror, Sam and Brent will be doing our top 15 moments in 2020's horror. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
oof, that'll be
And then,
really.
of course, you will find me and Mike will do more stuff on my channel as well. So besides on his,
For sure.
there's a lot of content coming for both of our channels. So your mission to subscribe to both of us because if any of my viewers in here subscribe to Mega Movies, so
Oh yeah, because I got a lot of great content from Mission Impossible coverage all month long, basically to then doing a possible review for Bring Her Back. So just saw that, and Bloodlines review.
Do you bring her
coming
back?
soon. So yeah, so definitely make sure that you subscribe to this channel and subscribe to Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13 for some great stuff there. For all of y'all who tuned in and watched live, thank you. And make sure you like, share, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Until next time, stay classy, my friends.
Cheers, everybody. To it all and all and all. Good night. No, I'm just kidding.
Watching those movies.
Cheers.